How you doing, guys? Phantom TCG here, and today there's a different video from all the other deck profiles and stuff. Today we're going to be doing a Pokemon deck profile. This is very different from all my other deck profiles. I normally do Vanguard and Yu-Gi-Oh, especially more Yu-Gi-Oh, but since I did an opening and pulled a Charizard and this Leon in the video that sadly I couldn't finish because the memory on my SD card got full, so I just basically started reading the Charizard and Leon. Leon is kind of The Charizard is actually very super OP, and to be honest, this is a very low budget deck, to be honest. So yeah, if you don't want to see the entire deck profile, the deck will be in the description below. So if you found this video helpful, if you're looking for reference, obviously everybody has his own way of playing the deck, so just use this deck profile as a reference. The deck profile will be in the description below, so you don't have to watch the entire video if it's too long. I will explain a couple of cards here and there. I normally don't play Pokemon, but I found this deck similar to one of the other TCGs I used to play. So basically, it's kind of super good and super fast, and super low budget, to be honest. I built this deck with like 40 bucks or something, 50 bucks. So if you're looking to catch yourself a competitive deck, this might be the one. And it's super good. The Charizards are like $2. The Leons are super extremely cheap. The other card decks kind of expensive as the boss order, and some of the other Pokemons that you only play at once, so you don't need to get your hands on more copies of those Pokemons. Anyway, since I have more spare codes, here is a code from the box opening. There you can see it correctly. Let me focus it. There we go. Enjoy your free cards. And now let's get right into the deck profile. Alright, starting off with the Pokemons, we're playing 4 copies of this Charizard right here, the one that has Battle Sense. This Charizard basically filters your deck extremely fast. It's super good. The ability is that once during your turn, you may look at the top 3 cards of your deck and put one among them into your hand, then discard the other ones. This is mainly for the effect, the attack that uses 2 fire energies is Royal Blaze. It does 100 and then 50 for each Leon in your in your discard pile. So the first effect kind of pairs with the other one. Obviously, if you manage to get from those 3 Leon, you just grab something else and put the Leon in your discard pile, so you can use basically do 50 more damage. Obviously, if you manage to put all 4 Leons in your drop zone, in your discard pile, you will do 300 for each, and you can basically one shot a bunch of stuff. Then if you use Leon, it does an extra 30 damage, so it's super good. It's a big dude, to be honest. It hits very hard. They're playing 2 Charmeleon. Since I'm playing Rare Candy, I don't really have to start climbing into these guys right here, but in case I don't get to the Rare Candy or Pokemon Communication to get my hands on the Charizard, basically Charmeleon is there just to, obviously, self-explanatory, so just to evolve it. Next, we're playing the Charmander that comes in the same set. If I'm not mistaken, there's another Charmander that is still in play, but this one has the collect ability, so in case something goes bad, you can just collect and draw 1 card. So I'm not gonna explain that much. Next, I don't know if it fits in the camera frame. Let's put this in here. Focus out, sorry for it. Alright, there we go. Next, we're playing 4 copies of Jirachi. Jirachi right here is a very good starter, so if you manage to get this guy at your first hand, you put it as your active Pokemon, use the effect, and it's very self-explanatory. Basically filters your deck easily, gets to the cards you mainly need, obviously your trainers, rare candies, Pokemon Communication, quick balls to get your hands on the Charmander, so on. So it's super good, to be honest. This card, it's very OP, to be honest. I didn't expect there was a card like this in Pokemon TCG. Next, we're playing a bunch of 4 copies of one-ofs. We're playing 1 dedenne. just the dedenne charge. I didn't expect a card that actually, when you put it, is basically like shaming, if I'm not mistaken, back in past formats. So basically, discard your entire hand, draw 6 cards. Super good. Just discarding your hand if you have multiples of Leon. Just fill your drop zone with the Leons as fast as possible, and just filters your deck extremely fast. I'm playing one Volcanion. I really don't know why I'm playing Volcanion. It's mainly for the first effect, but I never used the effect. That's the thing. I never used the effect, so I have no idea. I have no experience with this. So I'll probably get something else. If I'm not mistaken, there's one Pokemon that has the ability when one of your Pokemon dies, you draw 3 cards. It's GX. I don't know the names. One of the new ones, if I'm not mistaken, or from the past generations. But I will... If you have the other one, I really recommend playing the other one. That is a GX. I really don't remember the name. And sorry for not knowing the name. But in my case, I will play the other one instead of Volcanion. Next, we're playing one Oranguru. Same thing. Just looks at the top deck and switches with 1 card from your hand. Doesn't sound that broken, but when you play the deck, you kinda know why this card isn't here. Sometimes you kind of need an energy for your welder, or just need an energy for a turn or some stuff, and you don't want to waste a supporter or trainer. So you just basically go just swap those cards. Or there might be another good example, but Oranguru, to be honest, is a very good card in this deck. Next, I'm playing one Mewtwo. This card comes in handy. Same thing with Oranguru. You can place Mewtwo for the ability. The ability is put 1 supporter on top of your deck from your discard pile, and then with Oranguru you switch it to that card, so you kind of have instant access to the card you put on the top of your deck. So that's basically it for the Pokemons. I don't know, you can take a screenshot if you need it. There we go. Now let's go into the supporters. For the supporters, we're playing 4 copies of Leon. Leon is kind of the only dude that you really want in your in your discard pile. You don't want him mainly in your hand. It's very rarely that you use it for inflicting 30 extra damage to your opponent, but it's very self-explanatory, to be honest. I already explained the effect of Charizard, so 4 copies of him just basically one-shots everything if you have this guy on your discard pile. Next, I'm playing 4 copies of Welder. It's a fire deck. Basically attach 2 fire energies from your hand to one of your Pokemons, and then draw 3 cards. The drawing 3 cards is insanely good, to be honest. And obviously, just putting those 2 energies that you need on your Charizard, he's already full for battle, while your opponent's still stacking some cards. Obviously, they might be another deck that is same as faster as this deck, but to be honest, just drawing 3 cards, filtering your deck, getting your hands on the Leons, and then discarding them is extremely super good. Didn't expect the same thing, like I said, with the Jirachi. I didn't expect to be cards like this in this TCG. I'm super impressed, to be honest. Next, we're playing 2 Boss Orders and 2 Professor's Research. Discard your hand, draw 7 cards, filter your deck if you have multiple Leons. Same thing with the dedenne. Discard your Leons, draw a new hand. Boss Order. This is basically Lysander for the format I used to play. So this can get rid of any Pokemon that you don't want your opponent to get any advantage on. And if they're stacking energies on one of your Pokemon, you just basically go, oh yeah, give me that Pokemon, and I'll one-shot it with the Charizard. So yeah. Now for the items. For the items, we're playing 4 copies of Quick Ball. This might be very self-explanatory. I'm not gonna go into detail with these cards right here, but I'm playing 4 copies of Quick Ball. Get any basic Pokemon you need by discarding one card. You can basically discard Leon, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that's the name. You can discard Leon and basically search any basic Pokemon you wish. So it's super good. Get that advantage as fast as possible. Next, you're playing 4 copies of Pokemon Communication. Search any deck by putting any Pokemon in your hand. Super good. Next, I'm playing 4 copies of Switch. Self-explanatory. I won't go into this cards as much, but Switch, basically you can use jirachi's effect and then switch into your Charizard, start swinging. Next, I'm playing 4 copies of rare candies. Evolve your Charmander into Charizard as fast as possible. Next, I'm playing 2 scoop up nets, 2 ordinary rods, and then for the stadiums, I'm playing 2 giant herds. This is very self-explanatory since I'm playing at a very small amount of energies. Small herds basically gives me access to those energies. Obviously, they're kind of like extra copies of the energies, to be honest, by discarding 1 card. And since you really like to discard cards in this deck, it's super good, to be honest. Scoop up nets comes in clutch with Pokemon communication. I have some times where I use Jirachi's effect, scoop up net, the Jirachi, switch Pokemon from your bench into your active, since you don't have that Pokemon in your active zone, and then use Pokemon communication to get probably Charizard to evolve it then into your Charmander that is in the active zone. Ordinary Rod is in case you get rid of all your energies, since I'm playing a very small amount of energies. Ordinary Rod is the card. Rare Candy, I already explained it, and that's basically it for the items and stadium. Finally, but not least, I don't even have to go into much detail. I'm playing only 8 copies of fire energies. I really don't have any good explanation why I'm playing literally 8 fire energies, but as of now, it might be a pain not getting these cards. This obviously you can search it with giant herds, and you filter it like extremely fast, so you might at least see 1, but you mainly need 2 copies of your fire energies. So I feel like 8 copies is okay. You might play 2 more copies. You can get rid of the scoop up nets, or you can get rid of your ordinary rods, but it's up to you, to be honest. It all depends on how many fire energies you really want to play. But that's it. Anyways, that's it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you found this video helpful, be sure to subscribe for more deck profiles. I do Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck profiles, banger deck profiles. Sometimes I do Pokemon openings, and I do Yu-Gi-Oh! Openings. So if you want free codes, you can stick up and see and watch. Subscribe and stay tuned for when I open Pokemon merchandise. Anyways, guys, like I always say, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to support the channel, and peace.